TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Happy Monday, everybody. It is February 22nd, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Mr. David Rine of Rine's Freestyle Karate and Danny Aguirre. He is going to be the main feature in the Ice Wars MMA fights that are happening this weekend. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. Guyman police have arrested a man accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. According to police, 29-year-old Charles Frederick Bell II was arrested Friday morning in Guyman for 12 counts of first-degree rape and 1 count of failure to register as a sex offender. Now, Guyman Police Department initially believed that Bell may have headed to Dallas. Now, according to police, Bell is the suspect in the raping of a 13-year-old girl that had been occurring since last December. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment is recommending people not eat sprouts from Sweetwater Farms of Inman after 5 people in Kansas and 3 in Oklahoma have fallen ill with salmonella after eating the sprouts. Now, Sweetwater Farms was inspected and samples of irrigation water and product have tested positive for salmonella bacteria, although the strain has not yet been identified. Now, Sweetwater Farms has decided to voluntarily recall sprouts in a lot of 042016. Now, the last date of illness was January 21st in a Kansas resident. Kansas Department of Health and Environment is working with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Food and Drug Administration, Department of Agriculture, and the Oklahoma Department of Health to investigate the outbreak. Pratt City Manager David E. Howard was arrested Friday night on suspicion of domestic battery, according to the Pratt County Sheriff's Department. Now, according to the department's online jail log, Howard was booked into jail at about 9:10 p.m. on account of domestic battery and rude physical contact with a family member. Now, Howard was released on bond early Saturday afternoon. In March, when Dodge City Police Chief Craig Melliker retires, Deputy Chief Drew Francis will take over the position. Now, with the vacant deputy chief position needing to be filled, the department promoted from within. Sergeant Jared Gertson will step into the deputy chief position. Now, when he takes the position, Gertson will be responsible for operational management of the department, including records and animal control. He will take training classes as well as hands-on training for the job duties. Now, with becoming the deputy chief, in the event the chief of police were to take vacation, etc., Gertson would be the acting chief. Southwest Medical Center has launched new stroke and neurology services for Southwest Kansas through a partnership with Wesley Medical Center's Wesley Care Telemedicine Network. Now, this telemedicine service, available through Southwest Medical Center, uses robotic technology to connect patients experiencing a stroke or neurological event with an off-site neurologist who can work with a Southwest Medical Center emergency room physician to diagnose and establish a course of treatment for patients. Now, telemedicine technology uses a mobile robotic cart with an onboard computer, high-resolution camera, and microphone to simultaneously transmit the audio and video portions of a physician consult. Now, Southwest Medical Center President and CEO Bill Ehrman says this new telemedicine service helps to provide excellent care for patients close to home. And applications for $1,000 scholarships from Black Hills Energy for continuing education are being accepted by the Kansas Natural Gas Utility now through March 18th. 15 of the scholarships are available to graduating high school seniors with a parent or guardian served by the company in Kansas. Now, the company will accept completed applications at the address listed on the form until the postmark deadline of Friday, March 18th. Applications are available for download at blackhillsenergy.com. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. Not going to be as warm a forecast, but otherwise maybe a little moisture tomorrow. I'll be back after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless. Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right, and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy-to-understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look off to the northeast on the TV23 tower cam. You can see a lot of high clouds out there. We're going to call it partly to mostly cloudy going to be today because the sunshine, the clouds are moving up from the south. Let's take a look at our readings here at the station. 50 degrees right now. Relative humidity is 47%. Winds are out of the south at 5. Not too bad. Barometric pressure is falling. As we look at our temperatures around the region, everybody pretty much in the 40s and 50s. Hot spots, Liberal, Guyman, Perryton at 52. Looking at our current dew temps, all pretty low, so therefore the humidity is not very high. Everybody in the 20s, lower 30s, and the wind speeds right now are kind of all over the board. See, we got 12 down in Liberal. We're 5 here at the station, 18 in Garden City. The winds are going to pick up a little bit today and tomorrow, so we are expecting quite a bit of wind. Looking at our highs and lows, as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, we have 55 degrees yesterday, 79 back in 1977. Overnight low was 28. -6 back in 1978. Looking at our forecast for today, 57 degrees, going to be partly to mostly cloudy. Winds are going to be out of the south at about 16 miles an hour. And then here it comes, a change in the temperatures. Remember, folks, it is February. We had a 50% chance of precipitation, some snow showers maybe tonight. 33 for our overnight low. Winds are going to be out of the south-southeast to 15, switching around to the northeast after midnight. Then tomorrow we're looking at mostly rain, maybe a little snow mixed in with it, but there is a 60% chance. Our high's only going to be 46. North winds at 20, gusting up to 45 possibly tomorrow. So tomorrow we do look for some precipitation, but it should be over pretty much tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow night, low of 23, partly cloudy. Winds will be out of the north-northwest at 24. As we look at our 7-day, you can see once we get past tomorrow at 46, we're going to start to warm up again. Look at that, climbing into the 50s and 60s by the weekend. Lows pretty much going to stay in the lower 30s, upper 20s. That's a look at our weather. Be back with David and Danny and the markets after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And welcome back. I am now joined by Mr. David Rine of Rine's Freestyle Karate and Danny Aguirre. Rine's Freestyle Karate also, I'm guessing, maybe? Sure. All right. Danny is, we started this. Now, Danny's going to be in the fights. He's the main event come Saturday night. And I told David, I said, there'll be no experimenting on me. It'll be a short fight.
Yeah, it would have been fun, though.
For you, maybe. Good to see you guys today.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so Ice Wars coming up on Saturday night.
Yes, and it's looking really good. We started out with 15 fights. Had a rough time finding a girl to fight the really good girl out of Oklahoma City. Ended up having to scrap it. And had an injury to the main event, Keith West. As a matter of fact, he's in Garden City this morning getting his thumb taken care of.
He broke his thumb, didn't he?
Broke his thumb.
Yeah.
And so Danny is now the main event.
Danny's the main event.
Main event.
Mr. 135 pounds.
Yes, sir.
All right. And now, and you just moved up. What now? Is this your third professional fight?
Third.
Third? Okay. All right, now, okay, and there's a little interesting story here, right?
Yes, sir.
The first time you ever fought, you fought this guy before.
Yes, sir.
And you stepped up. It was your very first professional fight, correct?
Yes, sir.
Am I getting that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you got in there and you whipped his butt for the first 5 minutes.
Gassed out.
And you gassed out.
Yes, sir.
But you're ready this time, aren't you?
Oh, this time I'm ready. Really ready.
Let me ask you something, Danny. Now, when you're fighting at 135 pounds, and you little guys, I'm going to call him a little guy because he's like 90 pounds lighter than me. You little guys, you go quick. You guys move so fast. What is the toughest part of fighting for a 5-minute round? What do you have, 4 rounds? Three rounds. So you're talking 15 minutes. If it goes the distance, what's the toughest part? As far as being in shape? Stamina, cardio?
Cardio, most of all cardio. Anybody can take a punch. It's just long. It's just.
Now, don't say anybody because I probably couldn't take a punch.
You gotta be able to last long. If you can last long, you can make it out easy. But a lot of people don't see it that way. And once you experiment your first 5 minutes of fighting, yeah, you're gonna
kind of like you did the first time you had to step up into the pro.
Yes, sir.
And you so-called gassed out. Is that what it was?
Started puking, pretty much.
That wouldn't have taken me 5 minutes.
Right.
Okay, so all right. So what do you do mostly when you're training? Do you work a lot on cardio? Do you work a lot on your game plan about how you're going to do things?
We work on everything. We split everything up. That way we can evenly be trained at everything.
Okay.
Every aspect. Cardio, conditioning. When it comes to mitts or grappling, we'll take a little bit of time in each scenario.
So is that your job?
Yes, sir.
Is that how you get them ready?
Yes, sir.
You break it up?
Yeah.
So you don't concentrate. You do a little of everything every time. Each day.
Yes.
When they train. Dan, how often do these guys come in to train?
6 times a week.
Wow. For how long?
2 or 3, 4 hours.
2 or 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
Whenever he wants to kill us.
I love his honesty. I love your honesty.
Yes, it's so honest.
Okay. All right. But now you're fighting a guy from Pueblo, right?
Pueblo, Colorado.
Okay. And so you are the main event.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Now, how did you get started in the MMA stuff?
Wrestling.
In Liberal at the high school level?
Liberal. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's everybody was like, what we're going to do after high school, we don't get a wrestling scholarship. And I was like, well, I don't know. And then all of a sudden we started seeing MMA coming out of nowhere, and we've seen people wrestling and boxing at the same time. We're like, that's pretty cool. Let's try it. I got addicted.
Okay, but, all right, so now would you call Danny's wheelhouse or expertise more the wrestling as far as the way he approaches a fight? Get him down on the mat and work him and put him in holds? Is that more what he's trying to do, or what?
He can do either, really. The guy's got amazing stand-up, great kicks, and he's become a mixed martial artist instead of just a wrestler. And it's not very often that we actually have to tell him, Danny, don't turn your back. Because most wrestlers, when they get in, the first thing they want to do is, if you lay on your back, you're pinned. In MMA, if you lay on your back, that's a good thing because you can see what's going on. If you turn your back, you're dead. So the best thing to do is, if you're going to fall down, get on your back.
Okay, and what do they call it? Defense or
in the guard.
Guard.
Yes.
Yeah, guard.
Jiu-jitsu.
My expertise in MMA is about that much. I just know that I am not going to get kicked or punched or wrestled by that boy right there.
Yeah, he's fast.
I'm sure he is. He just looks fast. Okay, so this is all coming up, though, on Saturday night at the Armory in Liberal.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but you have a special deal. It's what, $20? $20 per ticket if you get them between now and Saturday, right?
Now and Friday night.
Friday night, okay.
Yes, we're having weigh-ins at Billy's Barbecue.
Okay.
And so that'll be kind of cool. It's the first time we've done it out in public. Normally it's at our gym and or at the hotel. So now we're doing it at Billy's Barbecue, which is going to be way cool. He's a sponsor.
Uh-huh.
And we have the weigh-ins there. As soon as the weigh-ins are over, the sale on the tickets ceases. And then it goes to at-door prices. So if anybody calls me at, I hope everything's going to be done by 9 o'clock that night. I hope at 9:01, and they call me and say, I need to get 10 tickets at 20. I'm going to tell them no.
It'll be 10 at 30.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, but you got another deal going on. I mean, you have tables of it. I think you have tables available for groups, don't you?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
we have. Now, how do those work?
We have tables of 6 for 300, tables of 8 for 400, tables of 10 for 500.
All right.
You get to sit 8 foot from the cage, which is not very far.
That's not very far.
And you get a meal. So instead of a meal.
Now, what are you serving? That's the important part. What are you serving?
Pulled pork tacos.
Okay, all right.
And
Billy's Barbecue?
No, this is actually
well, there goes that sponsorship.
But it's pulled pork tacos. My secretary is actually in charge of that.
Okay.
It's kind of one of her things that she does at the fights, you know, up until we have a venue that allows something bigger to come in. So we think we have that coming up next year. So we'll talk about that later.
All right.
But yeah, she has that. So you get dinner, and you get to watch the fights, and you are in the you're there. You're in the front.
It's like a dinner and a movie.
Dinner and a movie.
Dinner and a movie, and you get dinner and a movie on Saturday night. Tickets at the previous to the weigh-ins are $20.
That is correct.
And then after that, they go to $30.
That is correct.
And you still have some tables left.
Got 3 tables at least. 3 tables left. We can make some room for some more if they want them.
All right, and you can get them at 6, 8, or 10 people per table?
Yes.
All right, so you got those coming up. What time do the fights start?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. at the Armory. Now, what time's the weigh-in at Billy's?
Weigh-in at Billy's is at 7 p.m.
All right, on Friday night.
Yes, Friday night. We're trying to make it simple for everybody. You know.
So is this going to be like you see on Sports Center and
yes.
and the fights and stuff, and you guys are going to be up there and weigh in and looking at each other like this far apart and that kind of stuff?
That's correct.
Just don't hit your guy before the fight.
I'm ready to eat. I don't care. I go wait till
That's
Saturday.
Right, because you're at 135 pounds and you have cut what, 20 pounds?
20 pounds.
Okay, all right.
I can eat a whole cow if I want to.
Wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. David, thanks for coming by today. This sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
If you want, I mean, look into getting your tickets for the Ice Wars at the Liberal Armory. And my man Danny, he is the main event. You're fighting, what's the guy's name? Ortiz?
Corey Ortiz.
Corey Ortiz out of Pueblo. And it's payback time for you, isn't it?
Good fight.
All right. You're ready, aren't you? All right, guys. Good luck to you.
Make sure.
All right. Make sure you post how he does.
Oh, yeah. It'll be all over everything.
All right. Okay. Good luck. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
And stick around. I'll be back with more right after this.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
And welcome back. Well, Garden City's quest for a 4th straight title will start with the 2016 6A regional team victory. Now, the Buffs finished with a final team score of 162 and had 10 wrestlers qualify for the state meet at Hartman Arena on Saturday. Dodge City finished 5th and qualified 6 wrestlers for the state meet. Well, Frank Mason III scored 15 points. Perry Ellis added 14, and second-ranked Kansas escaped after blowing most of a 17-point second-half lead for a 72-63 victory over Kansas State on Saturday. Wayne Selden Jr. also scored about 12 for the Jayhawks, who were 23-4 overall, 11-3 in the Big 12, and they needed a jumper from Devontae Green and some free throws down the stretch to secure their first win at Kansas State in 3 years. Believe that? Stephen Hurt and Barry Brown scored 13 points apiece for Kansas State. Kansas State now 15-12 overall, 4-10 in the Big 12. And that got them to a 65-62 with less than 2 minutes to go. But that's when Graham knocked down his first basket after 5 straight misses, and the Jayhawks pulled away. Let's take one last look at our weather before we get out of here today. Temperature right now 51 degrees, relative humidity 45%. Winds have come up to about 11 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is falling. As we look at the 7-day, we do have some chance of rain, 50%, and snow rolling in here tonight after midnight and tomorrow. Otherwise, we're going to start climbing back into the 50s and 60s by the weekend. Go out and make it a good Monday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that